Hi, I'm Lori, and this is the right side of messy. My life has not gone according to plan, and chances are maybe your life hasn't either. 2 years ago, my husband had his first brain bleed, and overnight I became wife and caregiver. But I wasn't only wife and caregiver. I was still a principal of an elementary school. I was the daughter of an aging parent. I was an artist who was desperate to make meaning and purpose out of what was happening. I was a traveler wannabe who was yearning to go to some foreign place in order to gain perspective and connect with people and be able to recharge and reboot. These are the reasons why I've created the right side of messy. I am hoping to create community where we can come together and support one another and share insights and tidbits that help us cope in our current circumstances. And I'm hoping if somebody is scrolling by and they stop and they land in this place, well, first of all, let's face it, the thing that's going to have you stop is this adorable little dog behind me. Her name is Dolce. She's really the compelling drawing piece in this information. I know and understand that. But seriously, if you land here and you look into the right side of messy, I hope something brings a smile to your face. I hope you feel like you gain some insight and some perspective, that you don't feel alone, that you are offered something useful to try in your own life, and that you leave feeling a little calmer, have a little more clarity, and a little less burdened. So the first strategy that I'd like to share with you today is a strategy called look for what's right. I know this sounds really counterintuitive, and I will give you an example of how I used it right within the first 48 hours of receiving this life-altering news. So I spent 24 hours in the hospital with my husband, a night in Emerge. He was finally in a room. We had had MRI and CAT scans, and we, at this point, were told that he had had an intercerebral hemorrhage, which I still didn't fully comprehend was still under the category of stroke. And the diagnosis of cerebral amyloid angiopathy had not been made yet, but certainly stroke and brain bleed and ICH were new terms being tossed at me. And when I arrived home that night, I was definitely feeling very overwhelmed. I was struggling to try to cope with what was happening. And I remember thinking, okay, Lori, just breathe. Okay, what is something in your training and in your past can help you right now? And what popped into mind was trying look for what's right. And at first I was like, what do you mean look for what's right? My brain was only looking for what was wrong. And then immediately it came to me. Our past. You know, our future was definitely uncertain. It really seemed like it was not going to be what we were planning and had hoped it would be. So that was very unknown, and that's what was having me feel overwhelmed and frightened as to what this new circumstance meant for my husband, for myself, for my family. But what was right was our past. My husband is an incredible father. He was all in. I had a partner who loved being a dad. And my children, now adults, my 3 boys, have that in their very bones. That was what was right. That was not robbed of us. And this is our circumstance. I understand everyone else is different. This is my journey in my life. And because I was able to look at that and be thankful that we had that in the bag, nothing could take that away from us. Those were our memories. That was our lived experience, and it was right. And I could be grateful for it, and I could be thankful for it. And by doing that, it shifted my brain. It got my brain going in a different gear, and I was able to allow these new circumstances to be absorbed, and then to be able to put the next right foot down and move forward a little bit better. So wherever you happen to be right now, whether you've just received life-altering news, or you're in the middle of that journey, or you're coming out the other end, I invite you to look for what's right. So first of all, just allow yourself to settle in a nice still position, your back nice and aligned, and take a nice deep breath in. Nice belly breath, and exhale. Maybe one more. Nice deep belly breath and exhale. And now I'm going to ask you, what's right? Find something that's right. And trust whatever comes to mind. And once it comes, enjoy it. Allow it to move through your whole being. Allow your bones to feel it. Allow your mind to really revel in it. Really experience what's come up as being right. And now take a breath and let it go. Give your body a little shake. And just notice if by going through this, it has shifted your mind or allowed a little space to open up, to make a little more room to carry what you are currently holding, and that you're able to feel a little bit lighter, and that you can carry on. So that's one of the first strategies that I used, and I have gone back to it many times as a way to just help me when things are feeling heavy. And this brings us to the end of our first episode of The Right Side of Messy. I invite you in the comments if you would like to share what came up as right for you. This will help us build that community that will really continue to enrich this experience for all of us. And I also encourage you to subscribe and follow along. And I look forward to going on this journey with you and see where it takes us. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, that you're able to find more moments of what are right. And until we meet again, we're in this together. Life's messy, but we're gonna find the good. Bye.